Hey guys from the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel, this is Gabriel Orfo. Look, you can see I'm already on the bus. I'm rushing to Rio de Janeiro because I have to pick up Lucas Paquetá. But anyway, Flamengo ended up being defeated today by São Paulo. Yesterday, right? You're watching this video already on Friday. Flamengo opened the score with Plata but ended up conceding the comeback. In this video, you'll see Flamengo's players in the mixed zone. Everton, Cebolinha, Agostinho, Rossi and Leo Pereira spoke with us. Watch the video to see it all. There's also the press conference with coach Filipe Luís, who answered my question about Lucas Paquetá, right? And that's it, Paquetá's arriving now, right? We'll show full coverage this morning around 10:40 or 11 o'clock a.m. here on the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel. Before moving on to the video, I just have to remind you about Haroldo's Caravan. If you want to travel after Flamengo, mano, since Brazilians are everywhere, Libertadores, Copa do Brasil, Campeonato Carioca, and for those not from Rio, whatever's next. To follow Flamengo's games outside Rio, contact Haroldo's Caravan using the pinned link. Regular Flamengo travelers know this, right? Our friend Haroldo has been around since 1981, and today is his birthday, so I'm going to send a happy birthday to our Haroldo Couto. He's led the nation since 1981. The link's in the pinned comment, done. I'm heading to Rio de Janeiro to get Lucas Paquetá. Watch the coverage on Paparazzo Rubro Negro. Stay tuned for the video. We're in this together.
Guys, the man is arriving. Paquetá is arriving soon. I know everyone is upset about the loss, but he'll be arriving in Rio de Janeiro in just a little while. And Duda Fournier, his wife, posted a photo inside the plane. And you can see that Paquetá is excited, really happy to be arriving, man. We're going to follow the press conference here now, the mixed zone. Filipe was already upset about starting the championship with refereeing controversy. A player was sent off, which he didn't want. Filipe will discuss Paquetá, the big signing, and then you'll see them on the plane. Coming up soon, here on the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel, we bring you full coverage of Lucas Paquetá's arrival in Rio de Janeiro to report in.
Share, control. And that's it. Thank you.
Jorginho, say something here, Jorginho. Just a little bit. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, obviously it's hard to get into a discussion right from the start, from the first round. But the only thing that we as a group, as a team, don't understand is why the decision depends on whether there's light contact or not in the box. Because Valdemar calls for the referee to decide, but their position is that if Valdemar calls, there should be an answer for the referee. But that's it. I think there's contact in the box or not. The one who decides doesn't have to go up, the referee has to go up, but that's what happens. We don't want to get into this controversy since the first round already, but that's the feeling, Maya, because with the penalty at the end, we could have gotten a draw since the first round. But that's how it ended. Now we have to keep our heads up for Sunday. Thank you.
It's more this way, guys. This way I can see, not that way I can see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's try to do what we know, what improves within him, what he reflects. Let it be better. There will be no excuse for us. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you. That's what we saw there in the contact, and he himself said he was going to take away the prize since that contact. But it wasn't enough in his analysis. But then he came back and did it. So we just have to accept it and work, because there's no use complaining about football. We have to stay one step ahead. And he said that, Agia said that, he said. Him. That wasn't enough. People don't remember, they don't have that patience, and we just have to accept it, right? Is that it? But it's just a pleasure to say that. We have to keep working and get it right, because we have to get it right, otherwise we'll have to go back to the beginning again. We have a final coming up, so we need to prepare. Leo, you don't have time to perfect the technique, and we nearly have to stop. We'll get ready, right? We really have to accept it. We had a really tough field, but we didn't stop doing it, what we always set out to do. That's what Filipe Petty wants to propose for the game, but we're gaining that experience, we're getting those minutes. The first season was still tough, but we're getting through it.
We keep going.
Filipe here. Good evening, Sidão Mário from Eleitoral News. Can you discuss the team's current situation? The fans are a bit worried because there's the Super Cup next Sunday in the match against Fluminense on Sunday. There was that mistake by Royal which led to Kennedy's goal, and today there was another attempt to clear the ball in defense with Eric. And Danielzinho's goal also happened. Do you think that's a mistake? Is it because of the pace, since the team is still getting into sync at the start of the year? Please share your thoughts with the fans about the mistakes in the last two matches and how they might affect the Super Cup. Thank you.
Mistakes happen. We are a highly qualified team, players with a lot of quality, a high level, and we usually make very few mistakes. Mistakes in recent games led to goals. We have to try to avoid and correct that train and get back to winning, because this is a group, a squad that is used to winning. And now we have to quickly lift our heads so we can regain our confidence and play well in this final.
Felipe, good evening. Gabriel Orfon, Paparazzo Rubro Negro. I'll go off topic again, but we can't avoid discussing this. Flamengo announced today the signing of midfielder Lucas Paquetá, who arrives tomorrow. I wanted to know how you see this signing. A great addition. A young player leaves Europe and returns to Brazil and Flamengo. How do you evaluate this signing? And do you count on Paquetá for the Super Cup? Of course, there's the issue of registration, but do you count on Paquetá for Sunday? Thank you.
You can announce it, Andre.
He announced it, not Andre.
We didn't announce it
Not just like with his...
with his video.
You won't be able to give...
But you just said you posted his video, it's his video.
Do you know that I don't have you? We can only announce it after they pass the medical test, after they sign the contract, then yes, it's announced. But without a doubt, he's a huge player, an incredible signing for Flamengo Club. Bringing back an idol, a star player, that's what it costs. It means that the club is in a spectacular internal moment, very well organized, very well managed by the people who take care of the club. And that peace of mind is passed on to us players, and it's really good for working. And Paquetá, without any doubt, if he really comes, will further increase the quality of this squad. He's a very decisive player, very different, and all the players are looking forward to having him training with them as soon as possible.
Good evening, Felipe Leo Jose from Coluna do Fla. You started the Carioca Championship with the main team in the last two rounds. There, Vasco and Fluminense brought forward their return along with Boto and BAP, and now this Sunday Flamengo already has the first title to compete for this season against Corinthians in the Supercopa. After these three games, are you already able to assess the physical level of this squad? Is this squad fully ready for the competition, or are they still at 70-80%?
There are some players who are already in their best shape and some who aren't yet. In the case of, for example, those who didn't trained less, who were coming back from injuries, and some players who are already at 100%. That's normal. It happens during the season itself. It happens. Some players can get injured and they also lose their rhythm. They get it back as they keep playing. So I believe that we're going to reach this Super Cup final even better than we are now. The players already have many games and minutes. I hope we can all be at our best.
Felipe here, good evening. You talked about the squad. Your squad is used to winning. I think that since you took over Flamengo has never had 2 losses in a row. This was the first time. I wanted to ask you, what do you do now? How do you keep the spirits up? How do you keep the morale high, considering you have a final ahead? The first Brasileirão match at Maracanã is followed by a potentially crucial Carioca game against Sampaio Correa. How do you restore morale and keep the players confident for the upcoming games, the challenges which are very important? Thank you.
Well, not having had 2 defeats in a row last season shows how hard it was to do what we did, so it's always very complicated. It's about winning, winning, and winning again, but that's what we want. To win, winning, keep overcoming these setbacks. Now I like to be very calm in this situation and really analyze what happened. What we could have done better, what we did well, correct the mistakes and enhance what we got right, and be very clear with the players. Restoring their confidence requires sending a clear message about what they need to do and what's happening now, so that we can start better than we did today, better than we did last time against Fluminense, and get back to winning ways. That's the only way. The players, of course, when defeats come, everyone feels it, but it's important to have confidence and fight, to be humble enough to give your best and get back to winning. Thank you.
Filipe, good evening. Giovanni Chacon, Jovem Pan. You discussed maximizing strengths and fixing mistakes in today's match. Flamengo seemed very comfortable in the first half, pressing São Paulo's ball out, and they could only get out with a long shot, a long ball. Flamengo was comfortable but wasted several chances despite creating opportunities, space, and dominating possession. I wanted you to talk about why Flamengo couldn't convert that. What, in your view, was missing for Flamengo to get a better result today, and why? In the second half, did São Paulo manage to recover a bit of what happened in the first half? Thank you.
Well, I think you made a good observation. Our first half was good. We put good pressure on a team that's very hard to press because they have players with a lot of quality, especially in the midfield. We constantly took the ball from São Paulo, controlled the match, and created many scoring chances. That didn't translate into a change on the scoreboard, but rather into chances and a sense of danger all the time. We circled São's penalty area. In the second half, we managed to score the goal. And from then on, I felt that we made some mistakes that we don't usually make. We gave away a bit more space. The team lost its synchronization in pressing during that switch between mid-block and high press and mid-block. And São Paulo ended up scoring the equalizer, and right after, with a mistake, the winning goal. So of course the opponent plays too. They also adapted to everything we were doing. They adapted and managed to win the game. So that's it. Tomorrow I'll calmly analyze everything that happened. But while the team was focused on the field, the team was the same as always, dominating the match.
Felipe, this is Gustavo. The Flamengo team is widely recognized as the fair play team, right? They hardly ever complain openly to the referees, and they rarely get into trouble. I was really far away, but you were close. I wanted you to tell us about it. From the non-call of the penalty to the moment of the confusion, what did you notice there since you were close and went to break it up? The players were really heated. It's unusual for Flamengo to lose in the first round. What are your thoughts on that?
I went to pull the players away. They were completely outraged, and rightfully so, with what happened, and I didn't want any player to get sent off. Unfortunately, we had that happen, and it hurts us even more for the next game, so it's the first round and already a refereeing controversy. But there's so much we need to improve, and we will. That's it. I don't like making excuses. We'll analyze what we can do better so we can get back to winning.
Zanotto, hi Felipe, it's Guilherme from Universo Online. Good to see you again. Returning to defense, Flamengo has allowed 10 goals this year, though only 4 were with the professional squad. But this amount already accounts for 20% of the goals Flamengo conceded last season. And thinking about the Supercopa, which is a single match against Corinthians, a game where mistakes have to be minimized, how do you plan to get these players back on track, huh?
Well, it's 4 goals. Even though you mentioned 10, it's 4. But we really did concede 2 goals in each of the last 2 games. So it's a fact that without a doubt, we have to look at. The team has been defended well, did everything right for most of the game. But at a certain point in the game, the opponent put pressure on our defense and ended up turning those chances into goals. I like, as I told you, how to recover. I like to analyze very objectively what happened, not just with the goals, but with the mistakes we made in the game. Every game we make mistakes so we can show them what we need to improve, then train and correct them. Thank you.